What is up, guys and gals, gamers, YouTubers, and all you roughnecks out there? It is your boy Dale Rico, and it is Tuesday. So naturally, it is time for Tactical Tuesdays. And with Tactical Tuesdays, we always talk about our tactics, whether they be in life or with the gameplay. As you can see, I am playing Destiny once again, and I cannot get enough of this game. Let me tell you, if you haven't played Destiny, the best way I can describe it is if Borderlands or Borderlands 2 and Halo combined to make one game, that is exactly what it would be. You have the alien and kind of the worldly aspects of Halo in there, but then you have the first person shooter, and you have the upgrading of the armor and the ammo and the weaponry, and it is just absolutely awesome. I've been just putting in work. I don't know how else to put it, for hours on end. In this gameplay, you can see that I am I believe I'm a level 20, going on a level 18 mission. And I've already completed the storyline. I'm actually a level 22 now. My armor looks a lot different than what you're seeing. But I have I have just hours of recorded footage. I figured I'd just go ahead and show you what this game is all about and what it can do. It is really intense. It's really at times it is intense. A lot of the other some of the times though, it can be pretty dull and kind of boring. I mean, you have these scouting missions. Scouting missions, basically, you go around the planet. They have these like little beacons. You'll see them light up. It's all just flashing green, and you pick them up. They tell you a little side mission that you need to do, something that you need to gather. Maybe you need to kill some enemies, or just get information from a specific computer. And if you want to, you can just bypass all. In those cases, you can just bypass all the enemies, go straight to the computer, and deploy your ghost, which is your little sidekick companion, and he does all the work, and that's the mission. Other times it's just hordes of enemies, and in this case, I am doing a mission called the Black Garden. Again, it's level 18. I'm a level 20. My weaponry on here is far superior than anything that they have, so it doesn't take too long for them to kill, or to be put down. I think I died once within this mission. I'm not sure if I'm gonna edit it down, because the whole gameplay of this thing, I think, was close to an hour long. So I'm gonna be editing and whittling it down. So you get the. I'm definitely not gonna whittle down the final match, because you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Because they'll put the boss there, and his weaponry is obviously just like a couple of hits, and it could put you in a critical situation. But then at the same time, he deploys his minions, and there's sometimes as little as maybe a dozen, and there's as many as like 50. So, in the music in the background, it definitely takes it up a notch. It just makes it feel so much more intense, so much more like just living on the edge kind of thing. But I'm definitely loving this game. It's so hard to find legendary and exotic weapons, though. I've been farming for hours, and I still haven't turned up a one. So hopefully I can get that, and get my armor going, get the some legendary weapons. I think that would be. I keep on recording just because in the event that I do, hopefully I can post up. I've seen a couple of videos like this is the easiest way to do it. I've been plugging away at those easy tactics for hours, and I still haven't gotten anything. So maybe I don't know if I'm not doing it right, or maybe I'm just not putting enough time in it. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do, see what it takes to get me some legendaries. I've been doing a bunch of. Right now they have a specialty going on with Queen's missions. She needs you to do the Queen of the Reef. The Reef is a section in this universe that you go to get a couple of missions, and she has, for a special limited time only, she has these little tasks that she needs you to do to kill some enemies, do some missions, and it's supposed to be guaranteed legendary items. So I'm doing my best. One of them is a level 26 to 28, and I'm a level 22. So obviously I'm not equipped at all to handle anything that they want to dish out. So. But in the meantime, I am just still having fun plugging away at this game. I definitely plan on this character that I have right here. This is called a Titan. His specialty move is called a Striker, which he just kind of jumps pretty high in the air, smashes down on the ground, and creates this huge energy wave, and There it is. Yeah, just absolutely demolishes crowds, or bigger enemies. And I have it leveled up pretty good. His other one is a defensive shield, where he does the same kind of thing. He doesn't pound the ground, but he does something with the ground, and excuse me, and it puts a big force field around you and your teammates. Hopefully, you get time to recharge, and if it gets pretty hairy out there, it's definitely a good thing to have. I prefer the striker though. If I'm gonna do anything where there's a bunch of enemies surrounding me and I'm like near death, I'm gonna pound the ground. I'm gonna take out as many as I can with me. If I die, then I die. I'll just restart. Not a big deal. But the shield, I cannot. I don't like to sit in one little confined area, hoping that I can gain enough, momentum, gain enough armor back or whatever in order to keep plugging away. But that's just me. You have different tactics and different things that you can do with it. I think the next character that I want to do, the Warlock looks awesome, but I'm really interested in the Hunter. So I think I will take on the Hunter. Maybe I'll just get it to level 20 and then go move on to the Warlock. I'm not sure, but there's definitely a lot of replay value in this game. I look forward to getting a team together. I'm trying to convince some friends, like, you got to get this game so we can do some raids together. I want to do the Vault of Glass. I want to do a bunch of striker missions, and I want to go all the way. I want to max it out, because it is that much fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for the gameplay. As far as the tactics with our life, I am currently, there's a situation going on right now. I'm not going to get too deep in it because the way that it has been kind of presented to me in the scenario, it almost feels like it could go into a legal matter. So I'm not gonna say anything that could probably jeopardize it to where that legal matter wouldn't be placed in my favor. So I'm just gonna give you the gist about legal tactics. And I am by no means, I am not a lawyer. I know a little bit about. I know very little about the law when it comes to judicial systems and judicial branches, the chain of command that it kind of goes through. But I have seen a lot, and I don't know how else to explain it. It's kind of hard to explain. You know what? I just don't have any experience, but I just have this kind of street savvy kind of knowledge about it, especially when it comes to living arrangements, living situations. There's the squatters kind of law, where, oh wow, see, look at that. That is amazing. I absolutely love that, the way the way you just smash the ground, it takes out the huge enemies, and it just clears the air. But anyway, legal matters. So yeah, when it comes to I know a little bit about living situations. If you have someone stay the night 3 nights in a row, they can be legally looked upon as living there because they have not left the premises, or for those 3 nights they have stayed there. That is their temporary legal residence, and they cannot be forced out, or they have to be given. They're given special privileges and it's called some kind of squatters thing. But in any event, this what I want to talk about is like kind of ways to help prevent that. Obviously, in the squatters thing, you have them leave. You don't let them stay over for 3 nights or more than 3 nights, because then if they don't want to leave, that's when you have to get like into a legal kind of battle. You have to get the sheriffs involved. Notices have to be handed out where you're not paying rent, you're not doing this, you have this many days or maybe 2 weeks to vacate the premises, kind of thing, and it just kind of gets sticky. So in order to protect yourself from those, there are a lot of people try to put a lot of trust in this whole, we have a verbal contract kind of entity. I don't know how else to explain it or what else to call it, but verbal contracts are very, very sticky. It's a he said, she said kind of kind of thing, and depending on your credibility versus their credibility, it could go very, very wrong in your situation. So it's not always good to try to rely on that. I mean, if you have multiple witnesses that say, "Yes, this is what happened. This is what was said. This is what was agreed upon," it can help. But at the same time, if they were, let's say, they're not on the highest rung of society. Maybe they have they've had only a couple of part-time jobs. You know, they have maybe some traffic tickets or outstanding parking tickets or something on their record that just doesn't make them look like a upstanding citizen, so to speak. Their argument to help you in this scenario may not may not be all that great. So, for me, whenever I get into a situation, when I feel like it has the potential to go into a situation such as legal matters, I get everything either in writing or I make a audio recording of it. And in the situation that I'm talking about, or that I'm currently going through, I have a audio recording of a lot of the things that were talked about between me and another person in the matter. And because of the audio recording, I am protected. I am. I have not only myself, but I have the other people, and it's not just one. The other people on the other side of this potential legal matter. Excuse me. I have the other people confirming and agreeing, and they are collaborating with the story that I'm presenting. They are acknowledging the problem at hand that I have been presenting, in that I could be presenting in this case. Again, should it go to a legal matter, so I have them and myself recording this in this conversation, um, that coincide with the argument that I present. So, again, should it go to a legal matter, I'm covered because I have that. I'm not saying you should go. I'm not saying you should have your phone or have a digital recorder on hand all the time, because it gets kind of ridiculous, and honestly, you will definitely lose a lot of friends that way. Like, why would you need to record this? This is, and obviously with friends you wouldn't want to do that because you want to establish a lot of that you do trust them and that there shouldn't be anything to worry about. But when it comes to roommates, as I've explained in the past, get everything in writing, have a digital recording, so that anytime that something comes up, if you disagree, if there's a problem with money, problem with whatever it is, you can go back to that recording. It's like, do you remember making this? Make sure you state your name. Make sure you state the date. Make sure you state your address. Get very detailed and specific when you are making these recordings, because many times, again, I have seen it. Either it was on TV, or I've actually been in courtrooms and I've listened to legal proceedings, and there were many times where the recordings, they presented the recording, but nobody stated their name. Nobody. I mean, and you could match the voice. I mean, yeah, you could tell it was this person, but if they deny that it was them, well, there's nothing on there that says, nobody calls anybody by their first name on a recording. They just kind of record it and say, do you remember, do you acknowledge that we're doing this? Do you acknowledge that we're doing that? And are you agreeing to this? And everybody's just, yeah, yes, 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 I agree, yes, blah, 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 blah. But there is no definitive way to say, well, this is this person. And if they deny saying, well, nope, that's not me. Yeah, it kind of sounds like me, but that's not me. I have no knowledge of this recording. Maybe they have somebody that sounds like me, and that's all it needs to be dismissed from the case. So, again, be very, very detailed whenever you're going into a recording, as I did. Like I said, I stated my full name. I stated all parties involved. I stated the time, the date, my address. I stated a bunch of things that they can link it to. Oh, this is this person, because we can actually show records that this is he stated his address. So yeah, we can say that, yeah, he does live there. We found records that on this date and time, yes, there was a something processed on this date because he stated on this date and time that he was turning it in. So be very specific. Even with written documents, be very specific. Name all parties involved. Have them sign print and date their names all over the document, so that there's beyond a shadow of a doubt that these things are happening, these things are real, these things are gonna go in your favor should they have to take a turn for the worse. Um, it sucks. It really sucks to have to even worry about such a proceeding, but life happens, and you get these. For lack of a better word, you get a bunch of assholes that want to go this route. I might. I'm not pursuing it. I'm not sure if other parties might pursue it that it has affected. But I've mentioned roommates before, and there are a couple of roommates that quite possibly I might be in a legal proceeding with because of backed rent, backed PG&E and utilities that they owe, and a lot of things that they just kind of abandoned without really going through the proper legal channels. Um, in their vacating the premises of the apartment. So it sucks. It really sucks, especially if it's somebody that you once called a friend. Let alone a big corporation. So big corporations are tough to get around, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. So yeah, with life, again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't practice law. I've rarely studied law. I do have a small knowledge and experience with tenants in apartments and living situations because my dad and uncle ran it was kind of like a halfway house. They used to help people that were trying to get back on their feet. They would stay there, and they came up with leases, and they knew a lot about of the laws regarding the stuff and situations. So in turn, I kind of learned from them and kind of pieced together a lot of the legal jargon with it, and that's where my expertise kind of came in. And again, it doesn't make me an expert in any way, but that is the experience that I've had with it. So yeah, again, it's hopefully you guys will never have to do that. Hopefully you'll never have to go through a legal proceeding, and that things will just be boom. Oh, I missed. I was too far away from him. I love that move though. That move is pretty sweet. But hopefully you guys, hopefully this guys helps you out if it does come to something like that. Again, recordings and written documents, be as thorough as possible, be as detailed as possible. Get all parties to sign, date, print, anything, draw blood, get some fingerprints, whatever you have to do in order to get the case to sway in your favor. And I'm very big on proving points. Like my friends hate me for it, but when it comes to trying to prove my cases and making sure I have the facts and evidence in my favor, I am very big on that, and I do whatever I can. Now, when I'm wrong, and I'll bow down, I'll admit defeat. But when it comes to the matter such as I'm being presented with currently, I will not bow down because I know I'm in the right, they are in the wrong, and yeah, I'm just glad I have my recordings. They're not too happy about that. The fact that I presented that to them today. Like, I have a recording if you'd like to hear it. So I sent them the recording, and it just sounds like it doesn't sound too good. It just sounds like there's going to be some backlash, and again, I'm kind of expecting a legal proceeding. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but we'll see. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say. I'm gonna go ahead and let this. I'm gonna go, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a couple of the scenes out because I spent a lot of time just kind of exploring the map. There's a lot of treasures you can find. There's a lot of they're called loot crates that come with weapons, that come with materials so you can make better weapons or armor. There's just a lot of things to explore and to do in this game, so I do a lot of that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you be, let you watch the final boss and everything else that goes with this map, minus the boring stuff that I'm gonna cut out. In the meantime, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully it again, hopefully you never have to go through that, but if you do, hopefully this finds its use and becomes helpful to you. in any event, leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I will be posting more Destiny, more videos later this week. You still got Smash Brothers Brawl. I have a Minecraft video from yesterday. I think I'll probably just upload it tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Thursday. But then, anyway, talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Peace.
The heart of the black ground. Well, here goes nothing. Or everything. The heart is bringing that statue to life. The heart is bringing that statue to life. heart is dying. Keep fighting them. On Mars. The shroud of darkness is lifting, and light returns to the traveler. The speaker is calling us home.